Hi everyone, Mature Simmer here. So welcome back to Train Simulator and the RBJets Marius Pass series. So we're on scenario 9, where we're going to continue at Coram with a quick drop-off, and that will end in part 2 by supplying a crew with some empty center beam wagons. 25 minutes, easy. So hoping to get this taken care of. Alright, before you continue your journey eastward, you will be doing a few drop-offs. First, here you will be dropping the 2 tanker cars on Coram number 309. I thought it was Coram. Yeah, it looks like Coram down here. Coram, so they just have it wrong in the text. Hook to the other 4, then drop. Second, a crew up to Belton. It needs the 4 empty center beam cars. Drop the tanker cars now. So, 2 tanker cars and hook the other 4, then drop. Alright. So, let's take a peek. So we've got 9 steps, so we want to couple those 4. Let's see. Okay, so we're showing the task. Alright, so we're there. At the back of BNSF 7371. So let's see. So that would be the back there. Oh, I see. Okay, so we gotta go forward. So we want to get on that. Yep, there we go. So I think we're going to hook it and then drop it, as it said. So we're basically going to attach and probably have to push some cars onto the track. Just got to be careful, we can only go 25 here. Got a little ways to go. I'm assuming the mile is kind of where we need to head for the full trip. So let's just make sure. Yep, we're set there. I think they're all automatic. All automatic switches. Oops. Alright, so that's red the other direction. Because that's the back of the signal that we're seeing. Actually, okay, now this is a manual switch, I guess. I think, yeah, we're climbing up the hill here a bit. So let's head to the back. So that we can see where we're at. But yeah, we can't even hear the engine back here, which is good. But we'll see how that'll drop. So yeah, I think we're just leaving the 6 tankers and then, like it said, taking the center beams up. So if I do that and just kind of let gravity do its thing, that will slow us down. I'll obviously head in the other direction when I can. Alright, we'll get that stopped. Gone quite a ways. There we go. Now we're switched. So turn that on, but again, keep in mind that we are going downhill, so it will speed up quite a bit. And then that siding is likely only going to be 10 as well, so. Alright, so we are now speeding up here. We'll let it pull itself back. This is doing some weird graphic stuff here, but it's alright. I guess we got what we got. 15, so we'll just kind of let it roll a bit, because it is just speeding up from the sheer weight of the train. And then we'll have to slow down before we fully connect. Alright, obviously I want to get there, but I don't want to cause any kind of problem because I get there too quickly. Alright, we'll see how this proceeds. Although this is almost too slow, but it is speeding up, so maybe I just let it slowly drift. We'll come over here so we're not looking through the trees all the time. I don't know if that's just a worker or just some random guy with a tanker just checking out what we're doing. Alright. So, getting close. Thinking when we couple up they'll stop, but maybe not. Alright. So to be sure we'll do that. And we'll go here. And we want to go drop off 202,708. 202,708. So there we go. Okay, now head up to Belton. So obviously I want to turn around. We'll turn on the fuel there so that we eventually... Whoop. Wonder how we stay separated. I probably just can't. Let's see. If I drop it a little bit, is there enough pulling power to stay separated when we're kind of going downhill? Just doesn't look like it. But it reconnected, obviously, when I... Alright, well, hopefully this will work. So we're released. Wait a minute. I thought I switched directions. In fact, I'm positive I switched directions. I don't understand. Alright. So, now we're at, whoops, 3, 2, alright. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, so we're going to go to Coram, go via Coram East 3098. Goodness, alright. So it shouldn't take us too long to get out of that space. Just want to be careful, because once we're out on the track, well then I think we can go faster. There we go, a little bit, 25. So we've got 1.1 miles to get up there. But yeah, I think we're just literally taking this and moving it to Belton, or whatever it's actually called. So let's see, if I go to 25, we're still speeding up. Well, even at 13 we are too, kind of. So maybe now it's slowing down a bit. Yeah, so we're slowing a tiny bit. Well, let's see, 25. Yeah, 25 does speed us up. So I can go a little bit over 25 and drop to 13. So definitely a lot of transitions here. Okay. So now we're speeding up. Oh, I see, because we're just on a straight grade. We're no longer climbing. So let's cycle around, coming around that turn there. But yeah, even at 13%, we're moving a bit. Although now, as we get on the 0.9% grade, or are we going down? It looks like we're climbing. So I think as we get more of the train on this grade, we're going to have less and less acceleration. And yeah, now we're slowing down, so we'll speed up a bit. Just be careful on the light and the switch that we don't have anything unexpected. But yeah, it's almost nicer to travel outside of the train here. Signal is green. Alright, so then we're going on to the single rail here. 0.8, 0.9, we're still climbing. And then the question will be, once we really move over, will it go quicker on the single line, or is it still going to stay 25? So now we see the signal switch to red as we've broken that block. But definitely continuing on. Oops. Oh, I didn't realize I was zoomed in any way. I had zoomed out. It doesn't change the sound, but... Alright, so we've got 4 miles to Belton West, and then via another lead, and then we finally drop things off, so... If we get to speed up, it could be good, because 4 miles is a long way at 25, and I can't imagine that we'd do this in 25 minutes. Well, maybe we would. Chew. Dispatch, bless you. Alright. Tanks, he just loves that tanks. Alright. So, take a look at how this is going. Obviously, again, we're going to have all the noise here in the cab. And then, you know, we don't know how far past Belton West we need to go. Alright, so I'm gonna open the throttle up, get ourselves up to speed, because otherwise we are going to take a very, very long time. But yeah, I'm unclear if this is the same route we went. I'm thinking it is, because we did go up to Coram with the yard work. But definitely not something I'm entirely familiar with, so. But as you can see, it takes a long time to pick up speed. I'm sure it takes a long time to slow down too. Alright, cars stopping. Good indicator the gates are down. Obviously an important thing with a heavy freight like we have. But yeah, we're not exactly blowing the doors off the speed or the acceleration. But yeah, at this point, looks like about 5 minutes from now is what it's telling us for getting there. We're turning quite a bit, even though it seems like it's, I mean, it's obviously not flat. Alright, so half a mile away we got a signal. Doesn't look like we have any kind of deceleration. So it's flashing yellow, which probably just means we've got to be careful. Hoping it means nothing more than that. To kind of just be cautious. Alright. And now it appears we're going downhill, so probably want to put a little bit of brake on. Now we're going back uphill, it looks like. Okay. So it's just a little dip there. Alright, coming up on 2 miles. Yeah, definitely a pretty long train there, as we can tell. We can't really get an angle to see all the way around the turn appropriately. Thinking we're going to straighten out here. There we go. So we're not super long, but we probably have approaching 20 cars. So now it appears we're going downhill again. And it looks like we can't maintain the speed, just probably because of the friction and the weight of the train. Alright. So now we've got to be down to 25 in a little over a mile. So we'll just kind of start doing this. Let's see how that all works. So I think because I'm going slower, our visual went out a little ways. There it is. So within a quarter mile or so. But we're already down to 37. Now we are speeding up because of our downhill movements. So at this point it will accelerate. I'm thinking I can get within half a mile and probably can get even closer than that, but I just am unfamiliar with the true deceleration capability of this. So let's see. We do that. I think if I get down to like 28 or something, I don't know, this seems to be going down pretty quickly. So let me release that. So otherwise it's just going to take far, far too long. And then we'll do that. And that should get us in a pretty good spot. We'll just have to be careful that we're not accelerating going the way we are, because we are in theory going downhill a bit. So now we are speeding up. Alright, 25. And then we're going via the... Okay, coming up you will be pulling onto Belton 2998 lead and stopping at the other end on Belton 2998 and dropping everything behind the empty center beam cars. Alright. So I'm thinking we just have to get onto that space. Got another train coming. Short one. I don't think that would be us moving like we were, although it could be, because it is those logging cars. So maybe that's where we cross our previous work. Alright, I think we're going to continue on straight. Yep. So, and then drop, after you drop the full center beam stock, drop the 4 center beam empties. Okay, so we'll have to just keep track of what's happening. So yeah, 0.38 miles. There we go, we're finally getting some distance coming down. So I will begin slowing down. I think again, kind of once I'm in the appropriate space, that'll be good. So we'll see, 13, definitely coming in there slowly. You know, the question is, am I far enough? So I want 883,547. Oops. There it is, 547. So let me take a peek out here. It's just a challenge to see. Alright, 883,547. Alright, then we want to drop off Belton at that point. So we're going to go ahead, pull away. So let's see. So there we go. And yeah, looks like, let's see. Yeah, it's automated lines or automated switches. So we can leave that up because we're not really doing anything beyond parking at this point. So I think I can start slowing down here, because I think we're going to get past that before we know it. In theory, that should be far enough. Maybe not. There we go. Oh. Why is it alternating like that? Interesting. Let me pull up a little bit more, I guess. Because it's a little confused. Alright. You would hope now it's all set. So let's see. Alright, if I go the other way, because yeah, it won't let me touch it, so I'm hoping this knows what it's doing. Now it appears to be okay. Again, I'm thinking it's going to be 15, so we want, I don't know, we'll figure it out once we kind of get there. Oh, is it still 25? Because it connects back up on the other side. But basically, it looks like we're dropping 4 cars at Belton 2909. So let me... So 606, 835, 326, 833. So yeah, we're dropping the back 4 off. And there they are. Alright. So we're going to do that. Alright. So the back 4. Okay, now rehook to your consist and we'll grab a little lunch. Alright, I see. So we're basically then going forward and then connecting to where we were. To that whoop, 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 whoop. To then continue back. So again, we just need to go far enough. It's interesting that that was 15 at that point when we were 25 before, so... Alright. So now we're going to head the other way. And that should get us to go along. And we'll be then all set. Let's just make sure no surprises. Nope, it switched. Alright. So we're just basically leaving those cars there for them to do whatever they're going to do with them. And then I'm assuming we're just connecting and then we're done for this scenario. So again, just want to be Careful that I don't approach too fast. I may be doing that already. I think I'm okay, thank goodness. Last thing we want to do is derail on a bridge. Not that derailing not on a bridge is any better, but oh, I need some movement, not necessarily braking. Because then I think we just need to stop. And that should do it. There we go. So there's our time. And we are coupled, and I'm sure this will now tell us we're all set. And maybe that's what we pick up with in the next scenario, is the 3 or 6, I guess, red cars and the center beams. Good job. Leaving Whitefish Part 3 coming soon. You buying lunch? Scenario complete. Alright, so we did everything. Again, I think we just end up passing the signal of danger. Took a little bit longer, but again, I probably could have more aggressively sped up and so forth, but all good. So thanks for following along. I'll see you next time.